Okay, so here's another example. Absolute value of x minus 4 is less than 6. Okay, so we first have to write two inequalities. Inequalities. Okay, so let's write them. First one, x minus 4. Remember, we're gonna do a flip. We're gonna flip the sign. It's greater than, and uh, instead of a 6, we're gonna make it negative 6. It's the first one, and the second one is x minus 4, just the same one, just copy it over, less than 6. Um, you can solve for these two like that, but you can also put them together. Um, this, these two, it also means negative 6 less than x minus 4 is less than 6. Means exactly the same thing. Um, okay, so let's solve for x. We want to isolate first, so we have to get that x by itself. So what you want to do is add 4 to all sides. This becomes negative 2. It's less than x, less than 10. Now before we move on, I want to show you how these two how they are the same. So let's do that. I'll use a different color to show the difference. X minus 4 is less than negative 6. Add 4 to both sides. Greater than. X minus 4 is greater than negative 6. X is greater than negative 2. Okay, now the next one. X minus 4 is less than 6. Add 4 to both sides. X is less than 10. Okay, so watch this. X is less than 10. X is less than 10. It's right here. X is greater than negative 2. If you look at it read it from right to left, it's basically saying that x is greater than negative 2. So these two mean the same. We just put them together. Okay, so now let's do interval notation. Where's space? Interval notation. Okay, so let's draw the line first. Let's draw this visually. Okay, say this is 0, this is negative 2, and this is 10. Okay, so what is this saying? This is saying that is x is less than 10. So x is smaller than 10. Remember, it's an open interval, so we don't use brackets, we use parentheses, or you can use a circle. And this is saying that x is greater than negative 2. Or this, it's the same thing. X is greater than negative 2. So x is greater than negative 2. So to write that in interval notation, the answer would be negative 2, 10. That is our answer. I'll just give you a minute to look at it. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and do another example. Let's go ahead and let's do an equal to sign. Okay. So let's do 2 times the absolute value of x plus 10, absolute value of greater than or equal to, um, let's do 6. 6. Okay, so off to the side, this greater than or equal to sign, what is that saying? it's saying that we are going to use these um, brackets, that whatever number comes out at the end, whatever we get as our solution, it's going to be included um, in the inequality, and I'll explain that a little further. So right now, let's solve. Let's solve for this absolute value. So what's the first step? First step, we'll divide everything by 2. We want to isolate this absolute value. These cancel out, so we have absolute value of x plus 10 is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, so now we're going to make 2 equations. Make inequality, sorry, 2 inequalities. Okay, so let's do our first one. X plus 10 is greater than or equal to 3. Remember, the second one, just flip these. You flip them. X plus 10 is less than or equal to negative 3. With that, this and this, that is called the negation. There's a negative sign, negation, negative, and there's the symbol, the greater or less than or equal to symbol just flips to its opposite. So now let's solve for this then. You want to isolate the x, subtract 10 to both sides. X is greater than or equal to negative 7. Okay, and over here, subtract 10 as well. X is less than or equal to negative 13. Okay, so next we're gonna write it in interval notation. First, let's draw it again. Let's draw it visually. Oh, oh my God. There's that one, and there's this one. Okay, so this is 0, and this is negative 7, 0, negative 13. Okay, so this is saying that x is greater than or equal to negative 7. So it's greater. Remember, equal to, that means we're going to use brackets. We're going to use these brackets. Or you can use a closed circle as well. It's greater than or equal to negative 7, so this is going this way. This is x is less than or equal to negative 13, so it's smaller than 13. Again, brackets to negative infinity. So let's write that. Let me move this one underneath. Oh, 0, negative 7, negative 13. Okay. You remember this greater than or equal to sign? This, the greater sign, means the union of sets. Union of sets. Therefore, the symbol we are going to use is a U. So we're going to use this. So let's unite them, shall we say? So what's the interval notation for x is less than negative 3? That is negative infinity to negative 13. Remember, it's included. We're using brackets. Union. Let me use this color since we already used it. And then this one, negative 7, bracket, to infinity. And that is our answer.